morning. It's always cold here. I miss summertime. I'm from the Midwest, so I didn't know. Yeah, when I first moved here, I moved to a place called Inner Sunset. Also cold. I thought it had something to do with the sunset. No, there's no sun. I don't know why. It's a rude joke. Yeah, I love it when it gets hot here, though. So it gets hot like 2 days a year. In September, right? Everybody in the city loses their fucking mind. Melting in the streets, just melting. I went into a Walgreens, I think it was last September, I went into a Walgreens, and even the clerks who worked in there, they were like freaking out. They're like, lady, we're all out of fans. We're all out of fans. I was like, I'm here for plan B. It's not that hot. It wasn't that hot. It's not that hot. Yeah. I like this. This is like really intimate. I can see like sevens of you. It's tight. I did a show also in a basement, and I walked up and like sitting like right where you are was my college classmate that I hadn't seen since college, who did not know that I was going to tell him jokes about himself probably. And you know, like, are you ever in one of those situations where you see someone that you don't want to see while you're doing some shit you don't want them to know? Are any of you cheaters? That's what I'm gonna say. That's my real question. No, I hate that shit. I only feel like that happens to me when I see my exes, right? I always see my exes when I'm like dressed horribly. I'm at Target. Buying some weird shit at Target, right? I'm like, condoms in a garden gnome, it's for a prank. You don't get it, Tyler. Yeah. My roommate said some crazy shit to me the other night. She was like, I'm gonna live forever and I have a plan. And I was like, ooh, here we go. And like, okay, she works in crypto. I don't know if that's what you consult in. But she works in crypto, so she says crazy shit like hourly, right? Hourly. So she's like, I'm gonna live forever. And like, I wasn't completely off board, right? Because we live in the future. I know that we live in the future because I know that I would be angrier if I got a parking ticket than I would if I got HPV. Do you know what I'm saying? So we live in the future. So I was like listening to her plan. So she told me to live forever, that she was gonna have her body cryo frozen. And no. This guy's nodding. Are you my roommate? Did you do it? Are you back from the future? Lindsay, is it? Okay. No, but she's gonna have her body cryo frozen, and she says she's also saving up money to have a digital copy made of her brain. Okay? She told me this shit while we were in an Uber XL. So there were 3 other people in the car. 2 out of those 3 other people, maybe that guy, were also already considering the same procedures. No. This is why people hate San Francisco. Right? That's crazy. This is why they hate us. Oh, you who works in tech, listen. I work in tech, it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, I'm from the Midwest. Thank you. Okay, a couple late ones. It's okay, I got you. I'm from the Midwest. I am from St. Louis, Missouri. We'll see how you feel later. From St. Louis, Missouri, it's okay. I grew up there. If you don't know about St. Louis, St. Louis is in Missouri. Missouri is the southernmost Midwest state. So like whenever you talk to other people from the Midwest, they're like, nah, you're in the South. You're not with us. You know what I mean? Wisconsin's like, we don't claim you. It's weird because I'm like, you guys are Wisconsin. Like, you need us. A lot going on, right? It's just cheese. We have Nelly. I don't know. It's so weird. But yeah, I'm from St. Louis. St. Louis is in the Bible Belt. If you know about the Bible Belt, it's a pretty religious place where we don't believe in science. It's like our main thing. It's also, how do I say this lightly? Racist. It's very racist. I'm a millennial and I grew up in St. Louis, and I was in this program called the desegregation program. We called it deseg, like as a cute pet name. But the program basically was the Missouri government would assign little black kids the jobs of infiltrating all white schools, to teach them about hip hop music. You gotta start with Eminem if you don't. Hey, ease in. You ease in. It's like, oh, he looks like me. Yeah, so I don't know. Like people would say like wild shit to me when I was in Missouri. I remember when I was there in college. Like maybe I'm hanging out at a bar and a guy might come up to me like a Chad. I don't know. And he'd come up and be like, hey, listen, I just wanted to tell you something. I just want to tell you I think you're really pretty for a black girl. Right? I think you're really pretty for a black girl. What are you mixed with? And I'm like, oh my God, Chad. Same thing every other African American is mixed with, right? Like probably a little Native American and also Thomas Jefferson. Read your history books, Chad. I don't know. Yeah, being from Missouri is different, you know. People expect me to say y'all. I do. It's fine. Also, it is like it's its own kind of country, right? Like people have weird beliefs in Missouri. It's a little different from the rest of the country. So I'll give you an example. After college, I was working and I was standing around the water cooler talking to my coworkers about this news story that had just come out. And this news story was about these two people. They had been dating for a few months. They found out that they were biological brother and sister. Right? Gross. Appropriate response. Thank you. Okay? Not my Missouri coworkers said. Okay? My coworkers in Missouri, they were like, well, there's nothing they can do about it now. I was like, ooh, Sally. They can do something, right? They can stop. Do the one that's not incest. Why is it so hard? Such a weird. I actually recently learned this. Did you know that you can get married, if you're over the age of 60, you can get married to your first cousin in the state of Utah? Did you know that? They're like, okay, we get it, like, get off the dating apps. Just kidding. It's not, I don't really feel like that's incest, it's just, you know, they're just like, all right, we shook on it. Nobody else lives here, you know? Like, it's us or Sam. Yeah. I like living in the city, it's cool, mostly. It's all right. I live in Soma, which is really close to here. It's not very different from here, if you know what I mean. This neighborhood. So I live in Soma. I work in Soma. I like walking to work. I hate walking to work in Soma though sometimes because there's a lot of catcalling in Soma, and I hate catcalling because it's annoying and it's inefficient. So I was walking to work the other day, I bent down to tie my shoe. A voice came at me from across the street. It was like, yeah girl, tie that shoe. So that's what I was doing. Right? Like, I'm on my way to work, don't micromanage me. I actually, I was walking home from work, and this guy like reached out and grabbed me by the shoulder, and he like spun me around. And he was like, hey, what's your name? And I was like, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Where do you live? Like, is that a better question? No, it's not. It's like, at home, sir. So we went on 2 dates. You gotta live it where you get it. Get it where you live it. Sorry. Actually, I want to tell you about the dumbest person I ever dated. This is a good, cute story. We lived together for a couple of years. We've been dating for a few years. He was white. This is important for the story. He still is white. You can't transition. But he woke up one morning. He had this huge pimple in the middle of his forehead, and he had a job interview. And he's like, "Hey Jay, can I use some of your makeup to cover up my pimple?" Right? Like, there's no shade of white that you could possibly be to use my makeup. And like, I get it, it was cute, like he didn't see color, whatever. Right? But also he was asking me to apply blackface to him before a job interview. So I dumped him. All right, that's my topic.
Yeah, keep that energy going for Jay Robinson. Y'all, make sure you catch it at the Shelton Theater, y'all. All right, y'all ready for your next comic to come up on stage? Oh shit, you seem just as excited as me. Hey, you should be excited. Your next comic visitors all the way from Phoenix.